Okay, so now let's start setting up the Shoonya backend. I'll just go to the backend repo. This is the backend repo. The dev is the default branch here. You can see the backend repo has a detailed README, so that will also help you. And as usual, just fork it. I'll go to my fork of the backend repo. Switch to the dev branch and copy this URL here. Okay. In a new terminal, let's just get back to the desktop. We'll make another virtual environment. Python 3 minus m venv. Uh, the name of the virtual environment. I'll call it Shoonya backend setup. Press enter. It creates another folder here called Shoonya backend setup, and yeah, let's go into this folder. Shoonya backend setup. We will activate a virtual environment by source bin slash activate. You can see the name here, so the virtual environment has been activated. As earlier, we will git clone the repo. Okay, need to copy it again. Now let's go into the Shoonya backend. I'm on the master branch, so just check once on which branch are you, and if you're not on the dev branch, just do git checkout dev and run git pull. Yeah. So sorry, there was a plane passing, so there might have been some disturbance. But yeah, now we'll as earlier, we'll just build the Docker container. Sudo docker compose build. It ran faster this time because in my PC it was already cached. So yeah. Now just keep following the README here. So we will also need to install some dependencies. I already had them installed, so I kind of skipped it. But yes, we will install them now. So pip install -r. Yeah, we need to be inside backend folder for this command. Okay, I came out of the main folder. I'll increase the size in case this is not done. Yeah, I hope this is visible better. So we need to be inside the backend folder and yeah, run the requirements.txt. This command may take time when you run it first time because it is just downloading libraries. I have most of the stuff cached in my PC, so it's running faster. So let's check the next step. We need to copy the environment file. Okay, so this must be in the root directory. Yeah, this ran successfully. So yeah, next step is generating uh, a Django secret key. So we will open the Django shell. This is a Django shell, and yeah, just follow the README. You will be able to set up the backend. This is your random secret key. You can copy it, and you need to paste it in the environment file. So first we'll exit the shell, and let me just go to the environment file. So yeah, you might not be able to see the environment file here, okay, because it's a hidden file. So just press Ctrl H to see all the hidden files. See, this was the env.example, and we need to write the secret key in the environment file. So here, place the key that you just copied from the terminal. To copy it again. Yes, and save the file. Close it. Now, just for the sake of it, we'll build the Docker Compose container again. Yeah. Sudo Docker Compose up. So we ran the container in the attached mode. That is, this terminal is not free. I'll stop the container once and give it the -d flag. Now what happens is this will leave the terminal for me to run further commands, and the container has started in backend. We need to run these three more commands to make migrations. Yes, I got permission denied because I need to run Docker Compose commands with sudo. Yes, it has now applied the migrations. Let's migrate. And create a super user. It'll ask for an email address. I'll just give it admin@shoonya.org. Password can be anything. I set it as password only. Super user created successfully. Yeah, so remember my container is still running. It's just in detached mode. If you're not sure if your container is running or not, what you can do is, yeah, just stop it and run it in the attached mode only. Just don't give it the -d flag. This -d flag here runs the container in detached mode. Okay, so this was my front end. In one terminal, I have the front end Docker Compose container running, and in another terminal, I have the backend Docker Compose container running. So we can go to localhost 8000 to see the backend. Let's log into the admin panel as well. I have the credentials saved. Yeah. And now let's try logging in to the dashboard, to the front end dashboard. Yeah, so it's actually it has my credentials saved, so I'll just empty my storage. The cookies, empty the local storage. Yeah. Let's log in now. Enter your email ID here. Password that we set. Let's log in. So the thing is, it's giving us an error here. And this error is because you can see there's nothing coming up in the dashboard. This error is because if you go to the admin panel and check the users, this particular user is not a part of any organization, and that is something which is inconsistent. We need to have organizations for users. So what I'll do is I'll just click on here, give an create a new organization, save it, and allocate it to the user. Okay. And here is something we're missing. Username. So let's say the username is admin. Okay. Reload again. Now the page has loaded. Okay. And currently we do not have any data here. So you can see this is an annotator account. So annotators don't have access to creating organizations or creating projects and all. So by default, this created an annotator account. What I'll do is I'll just go to the user again, change the role from annotator to organization owner, save it. Yes, now I get some options. So I can go to my organization, invite new members from here, settings here, workspaces, etc. We use the backend and the front end panel. We use the Django admin as for all our backend operations. That is creating workspaces, creating projects, etc. Creating projects is done on front end, but yeah, for manipulating organizations, workspaces, etc. We still use the backend panel. So in a short demo, let me just show you if we can create a new workspace. Let's add a workspace here. It's linked to this organization. These are the users. I'll call it demo workspace manager. Save. So if you just reload here, you can see the workspace has popped up here. You can see the workspace. You can add a project, etc. You can add members to your workspace. You can change the settings, etc. Yeah. So that's it. Keep in mind the front end Docker Compose container is running in one terminal, backend is running in another terminal. For front end, it's just cloning the repo, building the Docker container, and Docker Compose up. That's it. For backend, you need to set up the environment key, etc. So please follow the README line by line. If you face any issues, just let us know. Yeah. Uh, Now we will just stop the containers. You can press Control C to stop them. Gracefully stopping. They've stopped gracefully now. Front end container is still taking some time. Yeah, it has stopped. Okay. If you have to start them again, just it's as simple as that. Just open two terminals. Go to the respective folders for Shoonya, for your front end and back end. Activate the virtual environment. Go to the cloned directory. Just check git status. If you do not have any uncommitted files or something, do a git pull to get the latest changes. When you do a git pull, so this git pull will pull the changes from your fork only. So make sure your fork is updated as well. How you can do that is just yeah, as you can see, on my fork it's showing this my branch is 6 commits behind. So I'll just go to fetch upstream, fetch and merge here. Yeah, and if it's up to date, do a sudo docker compose up. Similarly for backend, activate the virtual environment, go into the main directory, check the status if you do not have any. Okay, so I do have uncommitted files, untracked files, but these are still untracked. So let me just run a git pull here. Got the latest files now. Okay, and sudo docker compose up. My front end container is already running. My backend is just starting up. Go to localhost 3000 for front end, localhost 8000 for backend. You can try logging in and all. It has the cookie stored, so it got auto logged in. Yeah, that's it. For admin panel, go to /admin. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for watching this demo.